So we got all our boards cut. I got our steps here, the bottom, the support for the back, this top of the sides, and then with two extra 12-inch pieces, I'm actually going to extend the first step by a few inches to make it about 5 inches. That way I think gives a better step to the second step. So I'll go ahead and cut these down approximately 1 inch on my table saw. All right, now that I ripped down my my first steps, I will go ahead and mark all what I'm going to do a round over on and where I'm going to drill my pocket holes.
So what I like to do is lay all my pieces out and then make a mock-up of what the build's going to look like. That way I can put all my pocket holes and all the round overs in the correct places. Here I'm using my Craig jig to make all the pocket holes that I previously marked on that mock-up. Then I'll take my trim router and go over the edges to give the end product a nicer profile. With this small step, it enhances the end product. Then I'll use pocket screws to join the two pieces of wood. Pocket holes are a nice, easy way to join two pieces of wood. Then I'll take my sander and go over each piece one last time.
All right, next I'm going to paint the base and then stain the steps. Painting the base with some white paint, and then I will do some pre-stain and then some dark walnut for the steps.
Here I'm applying the pre-stain to each piece of the steps, and then I'll go ahead and then use the dark walnut to apply the stain to the rest of the steps. In between coats of the pre-stain and the stain, I waited about 10 to 15 minutes. Before brushing on the white paint, I like to spray the pieces with the spray paint just to make it a little easier to coat with the white paint. I found it easier to assemble the product first and then go ahead and paint it with the brush. Because my drill and the drill bit wouldn't fit between the base to get that centerpiece in, I flipped around the pocket holes so they're on the outside. I'll go ahead and fill these in with plugs. Now that the product's fully assembled, I'll go ahead and brush on the white paint. I laid down a heavy bead of glue for each step, and then I'll temporarily secure those with 2-inch brad nails with my 18 gauge nailer. Once the glue dries, these steps will be securely held in place. Using a damp cloth, I'll go ahead and wipe away any excess squeeze out. With a few hours of work, I went from the stool on the left to the one on the right.